In this video, we break down two incredible 400-meter hurdles races that stunned track fans. From Jamaica's rising young stars at the CARIFTA Games to a world-class showdown featuring Alison dos Santos and top American athletes in Kingston. Speed, strategy, and unforgettable moments. This is the race you need to see.
We did have qualifying in the under-20 boys 400 hurdles. And we're set for quite a final coming up. Two wins for the Bahamas in the 400 hurdles, one for the US Virgin Islands. The Jamaicans are favored in the last one. They have two big guns, the only two who have gone under 51 seconds this season, ranked 5th and 6th in the world this year at the under-20 level. And so they come in as handy favorites, but we've seen so often at these CARIFTA Games that matters not whether you're the favorite, because there are some informed kids coming for the titles.
If anything, there is a slight boost for Robert Miller. His record in the under-17 competition still stands.
And let's head across to Donald Oliver. Hurdles final coming up. Jehu Gordon, the record holder, 49.76. Here's the lineup. Jeremiah Francis of Trinidad and Tobago, Zion Davis, Bahamas, Shane West, Trinidad and Tobago, Robert Miller, Jamaica, Kyle Ned, Grenada, Princewell Martin, Jamaica, Akane Samuel Francis of St. Kitts and Nevis, and Rashad Gibson of Barbados. Going through their final paces, the crowd being introduced to the long jumpers, including, of course, the reigning Austin Seeley Award winner, Janeda Gans. Also in that lineup for Trinidad and Tobago, Gianna Paul, who led the heptathlon impressively last year before injury rolled around to the remainder of the competition. No combined events action for her this season. She is going for it all in the long jump final. There's Robert Miller, still the under-17 400 hurdles record holder. Fell from the outside, lane number 8 at the Jamaican High School Championships in the under-20 final. He'll be hoping to avoid a repeat tonight in search of a medal. The introduction of the long jumpers has been going on for quite a while now. There are 20 of them, so you can imagine it's taking a little while. Here's a look at Kyle Ned of Grenada. Looked good in qualifying this morning. Is there a chance for a medal? Let's start on the outside. Rashad Gibson of Barbados, 54.23 in qualifying. Takes his place in lane number 8 in the championship race. Akane Samuel Francis, a silver medalist last year at the under-17 level, 53.68 to get to this final, the competition. He has the quality to medal. Princewell Martin won the under-17 400 hurdles title in Kingston in 2022, took silver at the under-20s last year. He's one of the favorites. Kyle Ned of Grenada, good in qualifying at 52.16, ran with a lot of confidence this morning. Let's see if he can repeat or get even better in the final. Robert Miller at 50.89 is the 6th fastest under-20 athlete in the world this year. He is last year's under-17 champion and still the record holder. In lane number 3 from Trinidad and Tobago, Shane West, 52.20 in qualifying today. Has an outside shot to the medal, and with the crowd pushing him, you never know. In lane number 2 for the Bahamas, 52.23 in qualifying, Zion Davis. And closing out the field, in lane number 1, Jeremiah Francis of Trinidad and Tobago. He qualified with 54.46. final of the under 20 boys 400 hurdles.
Shane West just taps his right thigh. Hopefully everything's all right. You know how athletes are. A little superstition, just get the feel, make sure everything's right.
Francis, Trinidad and Tobago. Davis, Bahamas. West, TNT. Miller, Jamaica. Ned, Grenada. Martin, Jamaica. Samuel Francis, St. Kitts and Nevis. Gibson, Barbados. Final of the under 20 boys 400 hurdles. Who will get it? Who will get the under 20 boys 400 hurdles gold medal? The Grenadian Con Ned has gone out quickly. Closes down on the Jamaican Princewell Martin, who starts to respond down the backstretch. The second Jamaican Robert Miller going steadily in lane number 4. Ned, Martin and Akane Francis of St. Kitts and Nevis, with Robert Miller drawing closer for Jamaica. 4 close together as they get ready to transition down the stretch. It's Robert Miller who leads, overstriding to a couple of the hurdles, but they say that is better than chopping strides. He's put it together now. Robert Miller is well clear of the rest of the field. There's a battle on for silver. Princewell Martin will get it ahead of Akane Francis of St. Kitts and Nevis, who gets bronze. But Robert Miller, in his first year at the under 20 level, decimates the field and wins back-to-back 400 hurdles gold medals at the CARIFTA Games. That really was stunning. Fell at the Jamaican High School Championships, but he has put it together brilliantly today. 50.42, it's the personal best and the CARIFTA gold medal. This man...
Steve Cram with the call.
In their slam, the 400 flat to come on Sunday. On the outside, Malik James King, another very talented young Jamaican. You can see his personal best there, 47.42, set last year in the Jamaican Championships, which were of an incredibly high standard. Caleb Dean, as we've already mentioned, has the ability, has the times. Some of these young men are going to challenge, as Anson said, the kind of the big three. Dean could be one of them. Ducos got just a sniff of what it might be like to get onto the biggest rostrums in the world, and he now knows he has the ability and has the capability. Well, he's been there, seen it, done it. He's a great character. He's very popular on the circuit. Alisson dos Santos of Brazil won the World Championships in Eugene in 22. And for Roshan Clark, I'm sure there's going to be a great welcome here. The Jamaicans have very high hopes for this young man. CJ Allen will be chasing him in lane 3. Consistent 400-meter hurdler. Don't see him run the flat that often. That's going to be interesting come Sunday. Chris Robinson has run a reasonably swift flat 400 indoors this year. But this is first at his main event, 400 hurdles. And the aforementioned Wilson. He ran 48.68 and then 46.4 on the same day. So he's opened his season in 2025 in excellent form. But he's up against such a good field here. He finds himself in lane 1.
You run 47 something in the 4 hurdles. That's fast. You run 46 something, that's moving. And you run 45 something, I mean, that doesn't make no sense.
So from the outside, Malik King, then Dean, then Ducos. Dos Santos is in 5, Clark's in 4, Allen in 3, Robinson in 2, Wilson in lane 1.
Set.
Dos Santos got out pretty quickly, but quickest out of the blocks was Dean in lane 7, and Caleb Dean taken 2-3 meters out of James King already. Down the back straight they go, and it's Dean who's gone out exceptionally hard. Clark's going with Dos Santos as well, right in the middle. And Dos Santos and Clark chasing the American, but Caleb Dean has started very quickly. Can he hold this? Stride pattern also important. And look at Dos Santos gliding round that top end. The Brazilian looking great. Rashawn Clark just checking there as he changes down, and then we've just lost Wilson on the inside. So Dos Santos, one more barrier to clear. Clark clear in second, CJ Allen in third at the moment, but well clear of everybody else. It's going to be Dos Santos to take the win, 47-63. Dean rallied to get up there for third. Well, he made that look a little easy compared to what others were doing. A lot of guys went out pretty hard there, including Dean, including Clark. We lost Wilson, and others were faltering in the home straight. But I think he'll be pretty pleased to have taken the win there.
He'll be happy with that opener. 47-6, early April. I mean, he's out here, so obviously we get to see what he can do, and he can obviously see what he can do himself. I think as a competitor, you want to be able to establish yourself. So for him to come out here, there's no Karsten, there's no Rye. He gets to put his name out there. The thing about Dos Santos is he'll take 12 strides between hurdles, which is unheard of. Most people are around 13 or 14 strides. And when you do even numbers of strides between the hurdles, you have to alternate. Very, 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 very tricky. He'll get to the home stretch, he'll do 13 strides, and that'll be same leg. And, you know, ultimately you want to be able to hold on in this last 100-meter straight. It's debatable which race is harder between the open 400 and the 400-meter hurdles. But he's able to do both. And obviously very strong coming home. And he's taking the first punch amongst the big three.
I'm pretty sure I was his lucky charm because I sat next to him on the airplane over here.
Yeah. Eh?
So, you know, he was pretty fired up that he got to sit next to me.
That works. That works.
I think it was the opposite. I was fired up. I got to sit next to him.
Well, we will hand his victory to you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's already talking about that paper.
Yeah, he was excited about it.
Well, he's such a good flat runner as well, so yeah, why not? Why not? Just to confirm then, 47-61. Wilson did finish, as indeed did Ducos. I couldn't quite see what happened to him, but he was out of it.
The 400-meter hurdles has always been one of the most demanding events in athletics. It requires the perfect balance between speed, rhythm, endurance, and technical precision. Two recent races showcased just how thrilling this discipline can be. The Under-20 boys final at the 2025 CARIFTA Games in Trinidad and Tobago, and the Elite Showdown at the 2025 Grand Slam track event in Kingston, Jamaica. Although the athletes competed at very different stages of their careers, both races revealed the incredible depth of talent developing across the global sprint hurdle scene. At the CARIFTA Games, the spotlight was firmly on Jamaica's young stars. The Caribbean Championship has long been a proving ground for future Olympic and World Championship contenders, and the Under-20 boys 400-meter hurdles final was no exception. Heading into the race, Jamaica held a clear advantage. They were the only nation with two athletes in the field who had already broken the 51-second barrier that season, a mark that places junior athletes among the best in the world. Robert Miller entered the race with enormous expectations. The reigning Under-17 champion and record holder had already run an impressive 50.89 earlier in the year, a time that ranked him among the fastest junior hurdlers globally. Alongside him stood Princewell Martin, another Jamaican standout whose resume included the Under-17 title in 2022 and a silver medal in the Under-20 category the previous year. Together, they represented the strength of Jamaica's youth development system and the country's continuing dominance in sprint events. Yet the race was far from a guaranteed Jamaican sweep. The field featured determined challengers from across the Caribbean. Kyle Ned of Grenada had already shown impressive form in the qualifying round, clocking 52.16 with confidence and control. Akanea's Samuel Francis of St. Kitts and Nevis arrived as the previous year's Under-17 silver medalist, eager to prove he could challenge the favourites. Trinidad and Tobago fielded two hopefuls, Shane West and Jeremiah Francis, both backed by the support of the home crowd. Zion Davis of the Bahamas and Rashad Gibson of Barbados completed a lineup filled with ambition and potential. While CARIFTA highlighted the future of the event, the Grand Slam track meeting in Kingston presented the sport at its highest professional level. The men's 400-meter hurdles there brought together established champions and emerging stars, creating a clash of generations. The National Stadium crowd witnessed a field stacked with international medalists and athletes capable of running world-class times. At the center of attention was Brazil's Alison dos Santos, the charismatic 2022 world champion and one of the most recognizable figures in the event. Known for his powerful stride and exceptional rhythm between hurdles, Dos Santos has consistently proven himself among the world's elite. His presence alone guaranteed a high-quality race. Challenging him was Jamaica's Rashawn Clark, a rising star carrying the hopes of the home fans. Clark's rapid improvement over recent seasons has positioned him as one of the most promising hurdlers in the region. The American duo of C.J. Allen and Chris Robinson added further depth to the field, both athletes known for their consistency and strong finishes. Also competing were Jamaican talent Malik James King and France's Ludwig Vaillant Ducos, while young American Wilson aimed to build on his impressive season debut after running 46.64 in the flat 400 meters. From the moment the gun fired in Kingston, the pace was relentless. Caleb Dean of the United States attacked the race aggressively, exploding from the blocks and establishing a rapid rhythm over the first few hurdles. Dos Santos and Clark stayed composed, matching his tempo through the opening 200 meters while maintaining smooth, efficient hurdle clearance. Dean's early gamble briefly placed him in front, but as the race moved into the curve, Dos Santos began to demonstrate the calm control that has made him a global champion. Comparing these two races reveals the remarkable pipeline of talent in the 400-meter hurdles. At the CARIFTA Games, young athletes like Miller and Martin displayed the raw speed and potential that could shape the next decade of the event. In Kingston, seasoned professionals such as Dos Santos and Allen demonstrated the refined technique and strategic racing required to win at the highest level. Together, these competitions illustrate the evolution of the discipline. From promising juniors chasing their first major titles to world-class athletes pushing the boundaries of performance. The future of the 400-meter hurdles looks incredibly bright, and if these races are any indication, the next generation is already preparing to challenge the sport's biggest stars.